everybody come on.
Okay.
Yeah, see who pop up in here.
You ready? You ready?
So what you want to hit first?
We're going to hit the oh crap. We're going to do the shout outs.
Right.
The shout outs. The shout outs. Who is that? Kiera.
Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? That's right. That's right. All right, so welcome everybody to the Never Truth.
Yes.
Got a special edition. Everybody is in the same room today.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's right. We are in Connect.
Yes, we are. We're in the motherland.
That's right.
The motherland.
All right. So don't get nervous. Don't get uptight. What's the first shout out we got?
The first shout out we'd like to do is to Halle Berry in the movie Bruised. For those of you that have not seen the movie, please, on Netflix, it's a must. Halle Berry, taken into consideration, is 55 years old. And this lady really, really, really was awesome in this movie. It's an awesome movie. And a shout out to Halle Berry because she did her thing in this movie. She did her thing.
Still look good. Still look good.
She really does.
Yeah.
She looks really, really good.
So yeah, y'all check it out. If you haven't seen it on Netflix yet, check it out.
Right. And let me say this. She says she broke her rib doing one of the fight sequences, and she trained up to 5 hours a day for 2 years. Awesome.
Dedicated. She for real about it then.
Yep.
She was serious about that role.
Yes, she was.
She also directed it too, right? That what you said
right.
that, right?
She was, yeah. She helped. She directed. Yeah. She was awesome. Awesome movie.
And the next shout out.
My
boy.
Nick Cannon. His son Zen was 5 months old, and he died after being diagnosed with a brain tumor. And Nick Cannon did a beautiful tattoo on his side of his son Zen. And my heart really and my prayers go out to Nick Cannon and his girlfriend and his the family, because that's just devastating to lose a child.
Very much so. Yeah. And he had the option to get chemotherapy, but he said he's been through it himself and he would never put that on any, especially an infant. To go
Nick
through all of
Cannon's
that.
been through chemotherapy?
Yeah, he has I forgot what it's called, but he has a blood cancer, some type of blood cancer he deals with.
Okay, yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's dealt with it.
So now it's in your corner, my brother.
All right, so we're gonna start out with Meg Thee Stallion. Salute, Meg Thee Stallion. Got her bachelor's degree in health administration from Texas Southern University.
HBCU in the house.
She also received the 18th Congressional District Humanitarian Award from Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. Around the time when Megan Thee Stallion, born Megan Pete, came onto the scene, she was still an undergraduate at Prairie View A&M University, just outside of Houston. And she started out with a nurse major. And she realized she didn't want to be a nurse. So she dropped her major, changed her major, started rapping, eventually went back to school and finished. And that's when she finished at Texas Southern University, which I think was dope.
Yes.
Very,
awesome.
very dope.
Awesome.
So when it comes to college, I don't want to be biased or anything like that, but lupus. He has lupus.
Okay.
That's what he's got. He's got lupus. Yeah. But yeah, when it comes to college, you need to approach it like a business, because that's exactly what it is. That's how our government views it. That's how each college establishment views it. Because if it wasn't just business, you wouldn't have a tab waiting over your head once you graduate. Right.
Right.
And I say, you can't put a dollar amount on education. Well, they
Right.
do. They do. It is one
Yes.
on it, right?
Exactly.
So before, and as long as I'm talking to the young ones, before if you think about going to college, there's some questions you should ask yourself, right? Does this school make sense as far as the culture, experiences, where it is? Are you going to it just for the name? Are you going to this school because it's they have a lot of people who have expertise in whatever degree you're trying to get into,
Right.
right?
Right.
You want to make sure the school can give you those resources. Does this degree make sense? What's the competition like? What am I looking forward to when I graduate? Is it going to be hard for me to find a job, or is it going to be a lot of competition? So therefore, hey, I got to stay on top of my grades because there's a lot of competition out there in the field I'm trying to get a degree in. Okay. So you got to pay attention to those kind of things. Can I get the same degree in a technical school for less money and less time to get ahead?
Right. Exactly. That's it.
Do you want to waste 4, 5, 6 years in college for something that will only take you 2 in a technical school and you get out of there?
That's
okay.
It.
What's the average salary for somebody in this field? Am I going to go to college and graduate and got $90,000 tab over my head, but my job only pays me $20,000 to $25,000 a year?
That's right.
That don't make sense.
None whatsoever.
That doesn't make sense. You got to think about these things.
Yeah.
Does this school, no, how long does it take for someone with my degree to get the job I spent the last 4+ years of my life in college to get? Right? Does this school or career path have a lot of internships? Internships are very important.
Very important.
That gets you your experience.
That's it.
When you graduate from college, you already have that experience.
That's right.
And you've networked and built relationships, right? Because I'm not trying to discourage anybody, but I guarantee you that Sallie Mae is banking on you when you're in college. They're banking on you to be finding yourselves, trying to find yourself.
Right.
All those years you're trying to figure out what you want to do.
Right.
They're cool with that.
Exactly.
They will let you be a career college student. Okay. So, but there is a good thing about college as far as networking, building friendships, to help you along the way when you're out there in the career force. And I said the experience as well. You got depending on where you go.
Right.
There are a lot of colleges out there that offer that. That's most of my.
And that's like you were saying. That's very important with the internship. You also find out if it's something you really want to do. And you should do your internship while you're in college, like maybe during the summer, do your internship. And then you might find out, I really don't want to do this, because it should be something that you have a passion for, because the worst thing you can do is get out, get a job, and hate going to work every day.
That's right.
You $90,000 you owe back to Sallie Mae. And then plus on top of that, you go into a job that you don't even like.
That's right.
And I know I made that mistake in some areas. My last few years, I enjoyed my job, but sometimes that happens. You have to really find what's your passion.
That's right. And because they're banking on you wasting time and money.
Yes.
Trying to figure it out.
Yes.
Because I'll give you a reason why. Sleepy Joe Biden.
Yes.
He's taking a lot of heat right now because Elizabeth Warren outed him. And she said straight up, the president of the United States of America has the power to absolve all student loans. All student loans.
Yep.
He doesn't need the Congress to vote on it. He don't need the Senate to vote on it. He can do it by the stroke of his pen whenever he feels like it. But guess what? He's not. What does that tell you?
He lied. That's what he tells me, because he campaigned on the platform saying that he was going to get rid of student loans. Then he went to a minimum. Okay, you remember that? People thought it was just 10,000. He said, this is quote, we should forgive a minimum of 10,000 per person of federal student loans as proposed by Senator Warren and colleagues. He said this on his platform when he was campaigning. And now, as of February 1st, not only is he not doing this 10,000, he is not extending the us people not having to pay back that loan.
That's right.
So he
That's
liar, pants
That's
on
right.
fire, Joe Biden.
Sure is. So you want to get to his second in command, or what you want to get
Yeah,
to?
let's get to Miss Harris.
So let's I don't know if you guys have seen this viral video. It's been going around. It's just gone viral, right? Check this heifer out. And I'm gonna tell you before I play it, she reminds me of Samuel L. Jackson role in Django.
Yes.
Okay. Go on.
Very serious.
Who's the superhero that's going to speak against Joe Manchin? No. I want to know who's the real president of this country. Is it Joe Biden or Joe Manchin?
I'm sorry. I interrupted. I don't think the vice president can hear you. It's Simone. I'm so sorry, Charlie. We have to wrap.
She can hear me.
You can hear me? Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me, Madam Vice President?
So I'm sorry. We got to wrap.
Oh.
So I'm sorry to interrupt.
They're acting like they can't hear me.
I can hear you.
Oh, so who's the
I
real?
can hear you.
So who's the real president of this country? Is it Joe Manchin or Joe Biden, Madam Vice President?
Come on, Charlemagne.
Come
on. It's Joe Biden.
I can't tell sometimes.
No. It's Joe Biden. And don't start talking like a Republican about asking whether or not he's president.
Do you think Joe Manchin is a problem?
It's Joe Biden, and I'm vice president, and my name is Kamala Harris. And the reality is, because we are in office, we do the things like the child tax credit, which is going to reduce Black child poverty by 50%, on track to do that. We do things that are about saying that our Department of Justice is going to do these investigations and require that we end chokeholds and have body cameras. It is the work of saying we're going to get lead out of pipes and paint because our babies are suffering because of that. It is the work of saying people who ride public transit deserve the same kind of dignity that anybody else does. So let's improve that system. It is the work of saying that we have got to bring down prescription drug costs because folks who have diabetes should not be dying because they don't have enough money in their pocket. It's about saying Black maternal mortality is a real issue that...
Sorry, Madam Vice President. It's about y'all keeping y'all doggone promises. It's about y'all doing what y'all promised during your campaigns. It's about this sister who's doing all this to the Black man on his TV show. Why you can't do this to Joe Biden? Why you can't do this to Joe Manchin? Why you can't do this to all these other people in Congress and the Senate? Why you don't have this type of energy, but you got this type of energy for the Black man?
Right.
That's what it's about.
And that's why Charlemagne said at the end, Vice President, you see that how you're acting right now? That's the person that I want to see. You know, why aren't you all up in Joe Manchin's face like that? Why aren't you, standing up, telling Joe Biden, hey, no, we campaigned on this, Joe. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. And if you watch the entire interview, you'll notice that every time he brings up Joe Manchin, she totally disregards that. And she wants to talk, well, it's the Republicans. Well, Joe Manchin is a Democrat. Okay. So you need to get your Democrats in order and the Republicans. Talk about both, but they're not going to do that. So,
and I liked how she threw that in there. Don't sound like no Republican.
Right. Exactly.
Because we calling you out on your stuff.
Right.
Now we sound like Republicans when we call y'all out and hold y'all to the fire of
and
promises
we have
that
to
you
call
made.
out the Democratic Party because they are not stepping up to the plate. They're not doing it. They're not doing it. And they want to put everything on the Republicans. It is not all the Republicans' fault. Sister girl. So anyway.
All right.
Okay.
So let's really hurt a lot of our Black folks out there.
Let's talk about Pope Francis. Pope Francis, who is the leader of the Catholic Church. I'm just quoting some things that the Pope said. Okay, and then Derek's going to hit on some other areas. But he came out and said Lust is not the worst of the 7 deadly sins. Okay. Sins of the flesh are not the most serious sin. There are worse indiscretions than sex outside of marriage. And the reason he's saying this is because of the resignation of a Paris archbishop who quit over a relationship with a woman earlier this month. And my beef is this. Okay, the Catholic Church has been dictating everything about religion from day one. And now that the bishop is saying that, okay, sex is not a big deal. Now, all of a sudden, okay, we're going to go along with the Pope. They've been doing this since the beginning of time, since the Bible was written. They were the ones to say, hey, we're going to put this in the Bible, but we're not going to put this in the Bible. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Come on. African spirituality. That's all I got to say. Y'all need to go back to your roots.
That's not even, that's the thing though. I understand that when he says the sins of the flesh, how many little boys they touch over there.
Oh yeah.
They don't want, they trying to alleviate themselves of that heat. Right?
Of course. But
this is the one. This is to me, this is the big one. This man said in 2013, even atheists can go to heaven. Francis said we will be a revolutionary new tone into his calling to the popeness by reminding the faithful that even those who do not believe in God can ascend to heaven even if they lead good and honorable lives. Later in the year, Francis would give an exclusive interview to an atheist Italian journalist in which he called efforts to convert people to Christianity is solemn nonsense. In an earlier sermon in May, Francis would famously say, "The Lord has redeemed all of us with the blood of Christ." All of us, not just Catholics, everyone, even the atheists. Now, I mean no disrespect when I say this because I know a huge part of my community feels, I know how y'all feel when it comes to religion, but it is an obvious fact that hypocrisy is synonymous with religion. Turn the other cheek, but then you'll see something that says an eye for an eye, along with many others. Please just treat people how you demand to be treated. If there's something, and if there's something after this life, I'm willing to bet you there'll be a better place because of it's got to be a better place. Because if you look around what's going on in the world right now, you got to know that hell ain't that hot. It can't be.
Because it's hell right here for a lot of people.
Exactly.
It's hell right here.
Last I checked, it's like 40-something degrees outside. Oh, and if you want to say, hey, that's that Catholic stuff, they ain't got nothing to do with us. They was always on that weird stuff. Know your history, do some research.
Thank you.
And if you do, you'll learn that Christianity was birthed by Catholic Church.
Out of Catholic Church,
okay?
Exactly.
That's where Christianity comes from.
The Bible is birthed out of the Catholic Church. They made the decisions on what would go into the Bible.
That's right.
So, am I going to listen to the Pope? My thing is, we need to get back to where it all started.
Where did it all start? What are you talking about?
It started before Kemet.
Where did it start?
It started in Africa. It started with us, where we call it Africa. That's the name they call it, Africa. Okay. It's the motherland. It all started with us. The bottom line is have a relationship with God. That's the bottom line.
Amen. Let the church say amen.
Amen. Ashe.
Okay. Ashe.
Ashe.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
But yeah, y'all. So yeah, but no, all the future college students out there, please, please approach college like a business.
Yes.
Okay? Because that's how they handling y'all. They don't care about what degree you get. As soon as you graduate, Sally Mae is over your head.
Yep.
Wanting their money.
Yep.
And just know, the Democrats who are supposed to be for the working class people
are not
helping in any way the working class people.
So we have to get smart. And then we have to teach this to our children and pass this on, So that's what we need, as Black people. And that's why I love, is it Boyce Watkins?
Boyce Watkins.
Boyce Watkins. If any of you, watch his YouTube
Dr.
channel.
Boyce Watkins.
Dr. Boyce Watkins. Excuse me, Dr. Watkins. He teaches a lot about financial, yes, a lot of that stuff. And we've got to get smarter because the government is not looking out for us at all. Democrats, Republicans, independents, none. Okay, we've got to get smarter, people. We got to wake up.
That's right.
We got to wake up.
And Charlemagne told Kamala Harris on national television, he says, if you guys don't get the Voting Rights Act passed and the Build Back Better plan passed, it's not going to be many black folks that vote for you in 2022 and 24.
That's it.
And Trump going to be right back in there.
That's it.
And let me tell you something. I already got my stuff planned. I'm not going to no ballot box for no vice president or president in the United States of America for a while. I'm already out. So
yeah.
But yeah, that's up to y'all, though. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was nice.
Very, very, very nice.
I've got to start bringing back my did you knows too, because that's very important.
Did you know you look like the mother from Blackish? Did you know?
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm. Not Rainbow.
I know I don't look like Rainbow.
The grandmother.
The grandmother. What's her name? Ruby.
Mm-hmm. But all right, y'all. Love y'all. Appreciate you for tuning in. Hope you learned something. Hope you were able to teach you something.
Yes.
All right.
Later from the motherland.